and welcome to Geeks of the Round Dexter Discussions. We're a little happy that we're working today because Google Hangouts on air aren't going great, but we're good to go, so let's run with it. I'm your host today. My name is Matthew Moore, and we are here, as always, with our executive producer down at the end, DeAno Jackson. How you doing, DeAno?
One more episode, and then we don't have to do these anymore. I'm going to be so happy. I think I might actually dance a fucking jig. I think I might.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I think I have some decent talking points this week. But we'll see. Next we have, on the other end, Todd Grundle. How you doing, Todd?
Hello, I'm doing well. And again, this week, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I actually am going to find myself missing the show because I like tonight's episode.
Cool.
Swing.
And then over back on the other side, sorry, I had to introduce the mods first. Then we've got Isaiah Mullins. How you doing, Isaiah?
Well, one more episode, and I don't have to kill myself. Yay! But I'm just sorry, folks. But yeah, one more episode, and we're done. I can't wait.
I'm just saying, Dexter's not a reason to do that.
I know. This is boredom. It's boredom that kills me.
And next to him, we have Johann Phillips. How you doing, Johann?
I am quite well. Thank God we only got one more, like everyone else said. But yeah, also tonight, I agree with Todd though. Tonight's episode wasn't that bad. It was certainly a lot better than it's been the past couple of episodes.
And I do agree with you guys. I see writing problems, which I was going to bring up later. But.
Yeah, we'll get there. And special guest star, we have Maria Quiban from Mommy Loves Tech and Fox LA Morning News. How are you doing, Maria?
Hi, Matt. Hi, everybody. I'm doing well. I echo everyone. Thank God there's only one more left. I disagree with you, Todd. I didn't think it was that good. And I'm looking forward to the last episode so I can move on to Breaking Bad.
Woohoo!
No, that I'm sad about.
Yep.
That I'm sad about.
Better late than never, Maria.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get drunk on the last episode of Breaking Bad.
That ends on my birthday. It's such a sweet blessing. It's a terrible
That's
blessing.
doomsday.
Oh, that's right, damn.
Well, this episode, we start the episode with Dexter basically cleaning himself from Vogel's life, both physically, and also any evidence of him being crazy from her records. And then he calls Batista and has the police handle her dead body. Do you think that was a good idea? Do you think he should have done more of a fishing expedition, literally?
I don't know anymore. Dexter's being sloppy, so I'm sorry. I didn't know he was doing all that nonsense. He was doing all that? I don't know. Maybe he should have done a little bit more.
You were too focused on his other mistakes?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but this idea I do think was a good one.
Well,
Sorry, what was that, DeAno?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, but it's I was just saying that I think this was actually a pretty good move on Dexter's part, regardless of, instead of just going out to his normal approach of just dumping the body into the ocean. If Vogel would have just disappeared, there would have been more questions than anything else. This is a situation that needed closure. It's okay, here's the body, she is dead, the serial killer dude killed him. Beginning, middle, end. Investigation ends.
Right.
That's what he needs right now.
This is, he does have a lot of people that are close to him die, and this is yet another one. That's where I question the intelligence there.
Mm-hmm.
But it did play into his plans later, which I'm sure you'll get to.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Yeah.
He had an ulterior motive to try to get Saxon, put away, basically, without having to go and kill him. So I think he had a reason. It's not like he really loved this lady. It's not like his mother or anything like that.
With no real emotions, so.
Yeah, there wasn't real deep emotions there. Although there was this fake moment where he tells Deb, that Vogel's dead, and she tries to, oh, I'm sorry, Dex, and then puts her hand on his, and then he tries to it was so just awful.
Cheesy.
Awful.
The hand, he
Yeah.
barely touched her. I noticed that. He
Yeah.
barely. I don't know if it's because of their divorce or just bad whatever. But he just did this.
Yeah, I cringed when I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
what is that? What was that move?
My only problem with that scene was because
Douche
they
jokes.
they only know Vogel for like how long this season? Not that long, and they start having some made up feelings like, oh, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, she did so much for us. Like, what did she do again? All she did was tell you guys to shut up and stop fighting. That's all
He
she
filled
did.
her mommy. He filled his mommy needs, and he cleared their path together.
Woo, and dropped him like a hot potato when she said, "Oh, I have a real son. Oh, bye bye."
Right.
So,
But that
Yeah.
my first problem. Sorry, my first problem actually when I said I had writing problems was in that scene because Dexter said he never imagined his last case could be working on somebody he knew, and I thought that was just ridiculous writing
Right.
because Dexter's so intelligent. He
Yep.
he should have known that when he goes, it's going to involve somebody he knows. You know?
Right.
right.
That should have been in the contingency
I
plans.
agree. Todd,
We can make a
writing,
list.
the writing was terrible in this
It
episode.
was.
There was
I do agree with that.
Easy lines. Like, even when Dexter tells Hannah, we're going to get to Argentina, but first I have to take care of Saxon. I've got to take him out before we leave. I'm paraphrasing. And then she says something like, are you sure you're going to have time to do that? I mean, like, what is that? Like, why would she say, oh, really? Are you sure you're going to have time?
That was actually my next point. Is that we have that whole scene with Sylvia Prado selling the condo, and then we move on to Dexter telling Deb about it the next day and telling Hannah, and yeah, it's like, can he do it in one day? Like, if it were old Dexter, we'd be pretty confident that he could. But this is an old Dexter. Like, this is new Dexter. New Dexter isn't Dexter.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a shitty Dexter.
He's more than shitty.
Or makes
Dumb
shitty
Dexter.
decisions, Dexter.
He's dumb Dexter.
Dumb Dexter.
Lover boy Dexter.
Dumpster.
Yeah, and then the lines. I mean, the script was just terrible. Like Deb comes over to his apartment and says, "Oh, you're not leaving without us having one more meal together." Like, F word, F bomb, this, and that. And then he goes, you have to go because I'm expecting somebody. Hint, hint. And she's like, no, I'm going to have dinner with you. I mean, what? How does that take precedence?
And they didn't eat it. They didn't eat it, and that bothered me so much. They sat there for a long time with that food sitting there, and they didn't touch it. And then he said, "Okay, go."
Sadly enough, that was my favorite scene throughout this whole episode. That's sad to say. Like, wow, at least we get a Deb and Dexter scene for once. That was actually genuine, a little bit.
Such a waste of food.
I know.
Well, I mean,
such a terrible waste of food.
I don't mean to be nitpicky, but we don't know that they didn't eat it. They did kind of jump forward in the
Cut
story.
Yeah, made no
I
sense really.
thought that after I said
And
it.
how's this? If you're selling a condo or if you're selling your property, since when do you go to your place and open it up for your realtor and the potential buyer? Like, who does that? You don't do
Miami.
that. That's not commonplace.
I've never sold a
No,
house,
the
so I'll
realtor
have
has
to
the
take word for it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you don't normally do that. The realtor opens it up for you and shows you the potential buyer, your house, not the homeowner. That's not how it works. It's silly. It's bad writing. Bad.
Maybe that's why they made it Miguel's wife, because maybe that was their way of trying to look that way. I don't know. I'm reaching.
Bad
Yeah.
writing at this point
Yeah.
is this
Bad
show's
writing.
trademark.
Just
Keep
bad
reaching, Todd. Keep reaching.
And of course, then he goes to sell his boat, of which has
Whoa.
all these like bells and whistles, which makes you wonder. First off, how could he afford all? How could Dexter afford to be Dexter?
Right.
He had to have been robbing a few of those.
How can you afford the
fucking
plastic?
people.
Right, how can you
Yeah,
afford
the
the plastic?
plastic alone has got to be like $7,000 a year. And
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, no.
Someone needs to make one of those infographics like they do for Iron Man and Batman and
On the-
shit,
yeah,
and figure
Yeah,
out how much it
Miami
would cost to
Metro
be
for-
Dexter.
Yeah, how much his
On a-
salary is. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know how much Miami Metro blood spatter analyst makes yearly.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
In comparison,
He doesn't have money.
He doesn't seem to have a lot of money. It's like he's buying a boat. It's like when he had his kid and moved in, and he said, "It's like, oh fuck it, I'll just buy the condo next door and have both of them because why the fuck not?" That's a legitimate point. I am wondering exactly where all this money's coming from. Maybe he has like a secret identity as a multi-billionaire. He is.
For that one, I actually did think about that. I'm kind of thinking it was justified because Rita might have had some insurance. I don't know. But do you know what I mean? Like some kind of life insurance. Maybe that enabled him to help, buy the other condo. But she does have 2 other kids. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just so weird.
It's
you
pretty
actually
much
make a very good point there. Is why is he trying to sell his condo, but not his condos?
Right.
He owns 2.
Right.
Didn't he get rid of that one? Didn't somebody buy it eventually? Or maybe it got bought off season after Lumen.
No,
he still had it. He still had it for his son. He had his son's bedroom there.
Yeah. Jamie was living in it, basically.
But about the money, about his money, it was stated a few episodes ago that he has no nest egg because they're relying all on Hannah's money for what they're going to do.
Well, that's for later, not now.
That's
I guess so. Yeah, that could be true.
It's an offshore account. She said it's in an offshore account. Ready?
Was she Mick Romney?
No, she was married to a billionaire.
Oh
which no one seems to have been started looking for him, by the way.
Yeah. Does anybody know who that was? Who played?
That
the
was
billionaire?
Julian Sands, the
warlock. Yeah.
Yes, I was just going to make a joke about him rising out of the ocean and attacking Dexter in the finale, but.
And can I just say that Marshall is so terrible? The Marshall is an awful actor.
Marshall Clayton. Yeah.
He's awful.
He's not just awful. He's stupid as I don't know what.
He's both.
He makes Quinn look smart.
Yes.
Oh, Matt, there's a horror reference.
At the end of the day, and I don't know if we should talk about it, Matt. I'm sorry if I'm bringing it out of turn, but that spoiler thing that some of us read.
Isaiah,
thank you.
No problem.
Seems like they're pointing to Quinn as being smarter than everyone at the end of the day, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I actually have something to say about Quinn, but we'll get there. That's actually a little while down my notes here.
Oh,
sorry. Quinn is definitely a topic of this particular discussion. But first, I want to get to some of some more of the crappy writing, and that's Dexter finds Saxon's kill room rather easily, by the way, and walks into the kill room, and the first place he looks in Saxon's kill room, he finds a laptop, and he doesn't look anywhere else.
No, he pushes on the wall. It's like, oh, let's look behind here. I mean, come on. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I found the laptop. I can go now.
It's like he's looking for the Batcave in Wayne Manor.
Yeah, I actually got confused. I thought I zoned out for a minute, and I thought I was watching something sci-fi when I just saw like the opening. Thought it was high tech.
Oh man. Oof.
And what was really nice is Saxon, who we know is can do viruses and stuff, doesn't have a Windows password.
It's just assumed that Dexter gets into it like that with his little pieces. I don't know what.
Well, come on. Not only is Dexter a multi-bajillionaire able to afford all the shit that he affords, but he's also a master computer hacker.
Right.
In addition to being a master martial artist, being able to easily defend and knock out a Black Ops trained freaking mercenary like Dokes back in season 2. It's like I said, he's fucking Batman.
Yeah.
That's how this show is going to end. It's like, I mean, just a little bit of early wild speculation. Yes, he goes off to Argentina and becomes fucking Batman. Because he is Batman.
Hey, Matt, should we talk about how Dexter was so selfish about Aster and Cody? It was like that one whole sentence he said about Aster and Cody that was so selfish to me.
No.
Oh, yeah.
First off, he said like 3 things about Aster and Cody.
Couple things, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually talked about them twice as much as he did last episode.
You're absolutely right.
Are they gonna finally?
He mentioned Cody's name like twice that I heard.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, are Aster and Cody actually going to show up in the series finale?
Yeah, no.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, right?
No.
No,
The writers don't care.
He says, "Oh, I've talked to Aster and Cody, and they're going to be excited to visit or something like that, right?" And number 2, he said, "Oh, I've already told Aster that she could have my car."
Oh yeah, his SUV.
Yeah.
Why? I'm
16
just wondering if they're not paying attention to any of the details. Why are they paying attention to the details of his possessions?
Right.
They're not paying attention to any other details, just his possessions.
Just shows you where their minds are.
Yeah.
But
Sane people in the writers' room at Dexter.
Saxon actually shows up to help the police in the whole Casey thing. Quinn, who was positive, who was completely sure that Zach had killed Casey, now is staring down Saxon like a mofo. And I think he's finally gotten a clue when it comes to Saxon, which was kind of cool. Cool. This actually brings up the point I wanted to make about Quinn and other characters, is that in this show we've had a lot of wishy-washy characters this season. First we had Deb being wishy-washy on her opinion of Dexter. Then we had Vogel being wishy-washy on whether or not she was pro-Dexter or not. Then we had Skylar being wishy-washy. Oh wait, sorry, different show. Then we had Quinn being wishy-washy. Sorry, that was a little preview for Breaking Bad.
Right.
Now we have Quinn being wishy-washy about Saxon, and that's been kind of a theme this year. Is these characters just doing 180s on their beliefs and their convictions? No one's got anything to say on that?
I don't think it's an intentional theme. It's just that's probably just more of that laziness.
They don't care anymore. They're phoning it in. They don't care.
I'm with them on this one. It's just the writers. I think they just want it to be over. they're just writing whatever. I mean, it's a fucking shame because I'm remembering how good Dexter was in the beginning. It's like I honestly think they kind of screwed the pooch on something. The season 2 storyline, they did that way too early.
I disagree. I think they did the season 4 storyline way too early because John Lithgow stole the whole series. I think.
Well, yes. I mean, that was good. Wait a second. My memory. Whichever season it was where they were looking for the Bay Harbor Butcher. That was season 2. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was season 2.
Yeah, that was season 2.
Okay. That would have been great as a series ender. It's like, I mean, just finally.
Right.
Okay, it's like there's people after him personally. There's like a real danger to him. It's like there's no real danger to him right now. There's not. It's not compelling as a series finale. This season is just not doing it for me. Last night's episode of Breaking Bad was better than this entire fucking season.
Well, that's comparing amazing to shit because
yeah, I mean
that was just a really damn good episode of television.
Right. It looks like we got to say goodbye to Maria for now. It's like we'll see you next time.
It was great having you.
Thanks for dropping in on us.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'll say this much. Okay, between last night and tonight, I have watched this episode of Dexter once. I've watched this episode of Breaking Bad at least 5 times.
I've been wanting to watch it over. I almost didn't watch Dexter tonight because I wanted to watch Breaking Bad again. But to DeAno's point, I do want to say I agree because the episode, to me, being the penultimate to the end of it all, it's like maybe a 3rd or 4th episode of any of its other seasons. You know what I mean? It's got the pace, the momentum. It was exciting for me. Like I said, it's on an upswing, but it's not penultimate to series finale upswing.
Yeah, with almost any other TV show, the penultimate episode is where everything happens. I mean, everything that they possibly can throw at you, they throw at you on that episode, and then they finally resolve it in the finale. This, they just didn't do that.
Yeah.
They bring everything.
Yeah, but this is like they didn't do that. It's like, I mean,
The problem with Dexter is, in this whole season,
That was their
that-
everything.
I think the writers made Dexter pretty much untouchable. When they got rid of Dokes, pretty much no one can touch him. Quinn couldn't touch him. Deborah pretty much couldn't touch him. Pretty much no one could touch him. When Dokes died, like, who could really stop Dexter besides the killers?
Hannah touches him nightly.
That's different. Hannah's hot.
Okay.
It's a mulligan.
Deborah, however,
mullet.
thinks that Marshall Clayton is a fucking idiot, which he might be. Because she's saying that it was her that took Harrison to the hospital, which was kind of idiotic because he's a marshal, right? That's federal.
Right. Yeah, he has to be smart.
Why did he not arrest her right there for suspicion of harboring a fugitive?
there you go, thinking logically again.
He could have searched her house before she got the chance to make a phone call.
Maybe you're trying to get Hannah and Deb and Dexter at the same time, some stupid crap like that, but I don't know. I don't know.
He wanted a three-way?
Yeah, pretty
No.
much.
So that's where this is all leading. All right.
Oh, so that's what got this party started.
Yeah, but
And further bad writing, we now have Vogel's funeral.
That was
Vogel's
funeral?
funeral, which literally takes place.
There was a funeral?
Wasn't that a funeral? Wasn't that basically like
yeah, they
or
walked
whatever?
out of the building.
I didn't even remember.
I can't remember that either.
That was,
It was
14
the
hours after she died. 14 hours later, she's got a funeral going.
Is she Jewish?
She had a
Fastest
clerk's
funeral arrangements ever.
She had a clerk's funeral. What was her name? Julie Dwyer, or what was it?
Yeah, Julie Dwyer.
And at the get together for this funeral, for the friend of the deputy chief, for the friend of Dexter, for the friend of Deb, what do? They toast Dexter's parting of ways. Like how much in bad taste can you possibly be?
You know, I didn't think about that, but that actually was pretty rude of Angel. Hey, we're in the middle of a funeral service. Let me throw a party for Dexter, because he did call it a party.
Yeah, throw some champagne.
That's a really good point.
Make it rain.
Angel, you dick. Huh?
Yeah.
You bastista.
Oh, yeah, Angel was in this episode. I forgot. He was in this episode. That was some
He
shadow.
was my favorite for a while, Angel, and they really let me down with him because they didn't use him enough throughout this series. They didn't play him properly. They just made him some dude in the background, you know? But
I completely agree.
He was a contender.
Yeah, season 2, he was awesome in season 2, but I don't know.
And now, of course, Elway's back. And who here cares that Elway's back? Anyone? Yeah, I didn't think so. Of course, he then shoves his way into a police officer's apartment, who specifically said, "You need to go now." And yeah, apparently you can do that now. I'm gonna go find a police officer, and I'm gonna be like, "Hi, how you doing?" and just walk in. That'll work out, right?
Yeah, it'll work out great.
There was no warrant. There was no warrant, and everybody's doing a lot of legal stuff when he got to Deborah's house. Like, really? Wow, it's a lot of legal stuff. To the computer, which we're going to get into that later.
So all you watchers of the Dexter discussion, if I'm not hosting next week, it's possibly because of the fact that I shoved my way into a police officer's apartment.
With Crisco.
Possibly.
That's the only way to do it.
Of course, then Dexter sends a video of Saxon to a news channel, which I think was pretty smart of him for once. Now, all he has to do is absolutely nothing, and his problem goes away, right?
Basically.
In theory.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
But of course, because this is Dexter, that's not what happens.
Correct.
All he has to do is avoid Saxon for 24 hours, take off for Argentina, and everything would be over with.
Yep.
but no. And then, of course, Dexter is waiting for Saxon at his house, and that's when Deb shows up to the scene that Maria was talking about earlier, where Deb's all like, oh, let's have steak. Like, you know what? I'm kind of busy here. Like, let's make it a late dinner. Like, come on, midnight? Just hold off for now. Let me kill this guy first.
Those steaks were tiny.
That was crowbarred in, though. Like, oh, wow, they worked together for once. Well, they worked together.
And that smile she had after they worked together. Was
it was like, that was weird.
It was like a big thumbs up kind of 1980s smile, like, go RoboCop, you just shot that guy out the window.
Or like the Mentos ones.
Yeah.
I think it was to bookend the season for Deborah because Deborah started this season completely opposite of that. So you kind of see her change from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, how she basically made a 180.
Basically.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they just needed to make her fancy for what happens in the end.
And
shine her up.
Yeah, just a little bit. Then, of course, last couple of scenes we have Dexter takes Saxon to Saxon's own kill room, and then he's about to kill him, and he doesn't. like I totally expected him to go, I don't have to kill you, but I need to kill you to get this over with.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what I expected.
What the hell was that? Like, that
was bullshit. That's what it was.
Actually, I'm going to disagree on this. It's like I actually liked that. I actually liked it.
I agree with DeAno, but then Harry ruined it. Go ahead. Sorry. Go on.
It would have been a lot better if it went out. It would have been a lot. No, I didn't like it because Dexter had him in the chair. This whole time he's obsessing over it. Yeah, sure, they want to make it. They want to make him seem like he's changed now, like he doesn't have his dark passenger anymore.
But he gave it to Deb. He gave it to Deb so she can be the hero. He wasn't selfish. He wasn't. Maybe that's why. Maybe the writers did a good job for once, and they actually showed us, like we've been saying, that Dexter's a selfish douchebag, and now he's selfless.
The main reason why. Okay, go ahead.
But it just shows, like in this case, I mean, his selfishness could have saved Deb.
Well, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say real quickly. The main reason why I hated this part was because what came after it. It's like, dude, you could have immobilized. You could have made him unconscious. You could have did something and then make that, but you left him fully aware, and you don't know if Deb might come in or not. It just drives me insane that was his own stupid mistake. It's like, wow, so this snowballed into something bigger and even worse than before. Like, that's your fault. What happened? Did this happen to Rita? Oh, right, that did happen to Rita. What happened to Rita?
Rita was stupid and didn't get on a plane. That's what happened to Rita.
Yeah, exactly.
But then Marshall Clayton shows up, like, because for some reason they did not put a guard on Saxon. And Marshall Clayton, who was following a police officer at the time, sees a guy restrained and doesn't think, oh, maybe this guy is a bad guy. Because not only does he let this guy who's restrained, possibly by a police officer, go, but it's someone who's been on the news for the past 12 hours as a person that has killed people.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it because the guy's been such an utter dumb shit all along that I just accepted it as his usual tomfoolery. But yes, my God. 12 hours.
Apparently, the guy does not watch TV.
He doesn't. Yeah. He has to be.
He pays absolutely no attention to what's going on in the law enforcement community that he's active in.
Right. It's like, are you fucking serious, dude? Have you not been watching news or listening to the radio? Do anything? What do you do?
I mean, the whole legal system in that Miami is fucked because Hannah's I'm about to get on a plane. She's like super fugitive.
But he's not a Miami cop. He's a federal cop.
Oh, getting back to that, like, wasn't Hannah in the airport or some of that area? She was in a large public area before that whole area. Like, why is she in a public area? And there's Elway. Is she that stupid? Oh, I forgot.
Look, a manhunt big enough to toss up a detective's apartment, a manhunt that big, like, she should have been, you know, she shouldn't be able to be out in the open. So the whole law enforcement system, they're fucked. The writers suck. It sucks.
They suck
I
everything.
take back all my statements about this being good. I was just what they blinded me. They've been shoving poop in my mouth, and now they gave me a biscuit.
No,
and
Breaking Bad opened her eyes.
steak.
Breaking Bad opened her eyes to good writing. Like, oh wait, that's good writing. Oh, that's Dexter. Breaking Bad, bad writing.
Can Dexter be suffering because of Breaking Bad? Because everybody kind of watches both shows, and you're being treated to superb writing and craftsmanship, and then you're being treated to mediocrity, which we were always maybe we were always getting mediocrity.
Okay, wait a second. You're not being fair to the mediocre shows by referring to this bullshit as mediocrity. Okay?
I was being nice again.
I mean, it's like there are shows that are mediocre. It's like the season 3 finale for The Walking Dead was mediocre.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. Hate watching it. Hate everything about it as much as I do Dexter.
Right, same here. Oh my god.
Can't wait to talk about that spin-off for Walking Dead.
We're not doing that. I'm just gonna put.
No, not here.
All right.
Not here.
I'm just gonna put it out right there, right here, right now, for you fans. Yes, we are aware that there is a spin-off for Walking Dead. No, we're not doing Geeks Around discussions on it, or at least I'm not hosting them. If you hear anything else about them, I have nothing to do with them. Put that out there.
Are you swearing off Walking Dead, DeAno?
No, just the spin-off.
Okay.
There's only so much I can do, man.
I'll have to see how good it is before I make any decisions.
Yeah.
So, Todd, Todd, you've only got 2 shows. But in any case, Marshall Clayton gets what he deserves, which is a knife to the chest. Can we call him dead? Can we officially call him dead?
Yes, he had an artery in his in somewhere in his upper torso. So yeah, he struck an artery. He might be dead easily.
And then of course
I hope
we
the
have
fucker's dead.
Then of course we have Deb shot in the stomach, which
the same place she got shot. Wasn't that the same?
But
wasn't that the same place she got shot with Lundy?
No.
No.
Then she got shot on the left. This time she got shot on the right.
She got shot
totally different.
It was the other ovary.
DeAno, I think you might actually be wrong on that. I think she was shot on the left this time. I don't remember the first time, but I think this time it was on the left.
You know what? I think you're right. Now, looking at how she's laying, it was the left she was shot on this time.
Guys, that was sarcasm. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
We're reaching.
Yes, please, we're just reaching for something.
We're trying to find anything interesting to talk about this episode.
Sure enough.
No, with Lundy she was shot on the right. This time she was shot on the left. I just checked the photos.
Oh, okay.
So we are safe.
Really?
I'm glad Showtime had these discussions for us. Otherwise, there would have been no enjoyment during this season.
What torture?
Yeah.
And last but not least, Deb is alive enough to call 911. Good for Deb. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, Isaiah's not allowed to answer, and I'm not allowed to answer. Todd, I don't think you read this far.
I did not.
Is Deb
I stopped.
Is Deb going to survive?
I would sure as hell hope not. If there's any hope for the finale. Listen, they've actually. That's into my wild speculations. So, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I just said. I'm confused. I just remember they're bad writers.
Oh wait, I gave DeAno a breakdown of the spoiler, so I shouldn't ask him. But pretend I didn't.
Well, yeah, it's like, I mean, you broke that down. It's like, well, who knows if it's true? It's like, I actually hope she does survive. It's like, I mean, I don't know if she will or not. It's like, I just hope that she does.
How about you, Johann? What do you think?
What I think is, I think I don't care.
Okay. that is a fair answer. That is a fair answer. At this point in the game, if this were a season ago, I would not accept that answer, but I definitely accept that answer now.
I agree with that too.
All right.
Okay, Todd, what's your wild speculation then?
Wild speculation is that, but now that Deb is shot, it kind of throws it out. That's why I got all confused and frazzled a minute ago. Who the hell? That's why I got frazzled. I think Quinn is gonna be like the whole proposal, or not the proposal, the whole ring, the whole lovey-dovey to Deb. I think like he's been on to Dexter and to Hannah and Deborah's involvement, and he's been on to it all the whole time, and he's gonna be the one. I was saying that last week that I thought Quinn was gonna be the one to bring them down, and that's my wild speculation. But now I think it's fucked.
That actually brings us to another question: is do we think Quinn knows, and do we think Deputy Chief Matthews knows?
Oh, I should really stay quiet on this one.
Is there enough time? Is there enough time? I mean, yeah, you definitely stay quiet. You scoundrel.
Yeah, because this episode kind of confirmed the spoiler that we read a week ago. So myself and Isaiah really need to not speculate too much. But
so
Johann, what do
I
you think?
stopped.
Does Deputy Chief Matthews know?
Wait, didn't you read the spoiler, Johann? I know I sent you the link.
I did not read it, but Matt read it to me with that after last week's episode.
Oh,
yes,
I'm sorry.
yes.
Oh yeah, I took my headphones off.
Yeah, no, yes, that was right. Yes,
You think so?
do I
I'll
think
take my headphones
that,
off again. Johann, don't
do I
tell me
think
it's
it's going to go in the
spoilers.
direction of the spoiler? Yeah, now it's looking like
He
it
told
is.
me Professor X died. Just saying.
You're still on that? God damn
And
it.
Dumbledore, wasn't it? No, somebody. I just made myself sound really bad.
So, does anyone else have any wild speculation that is not based on things we have read? DeAno?
Nope.
I actually covered my wild speculation during the intros. After we're done with these Dexter shows, I'm going to dance a jig.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Okay.
wild speculation.
Well,
And then
that
I'm
being
going to
the
cry after Breaking Bad is over. And then I'm going to be happy when the show begins.
yes. And do we have anything else? Anyone else want to put anything out there, or should I wrap up?
There's nothing else we can say.
Okay.
It's like at the end of a
first-
school board meeting. Does anybody have any questions? The whole room's quiet.
I'll take your word for it. Never been to a school board meeting.
I
A
have.
lot of experiences I have not experienced, strangely. Okay, then we're going to wrap it up. Just so you know, I will not be hosting next week for the finale, which really kind of sucks because I'm sure I will have plenty
Oh,
of
I
means
guess I don't have to drink that milkshake. Oh shit. Oh man. I really wanted to drink that milkshake, but if you're not gonna be there, I guess I don't have to do it.
What was the milkshake for? Remind me.
For saying Vogel was the Frankenstein, was the big baddie, and
Well, we already know that that's not the case.
I know. So now I have to drink it because I was saying she was.
So that still happens. The finale had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
No, it's
It was
just trying to get out of it.
Disappointment.
So DeAno will be hosting next week, and
Do not expect it to be a long show.
It will literally consist of me drinking a frigging milkshake, making and drinking.
I'll watch
a
that
milkshake.
more than Dexter. Like, let's watch him do that.
Somebody send me a reminder, please, a few days in advance to go to the store and purchase the garbage that Matt has forced me to drink. What is it? Ranch dressing and Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream.
yeah, peanut butter cup ice cream with ranch. I'm being quite nice.
Thank you.
I basically, for you watching, I have the theory that ranch goes with anything except desserts. Because it really does. I mean, anything except dessert food. So I'm testing that theory out by mixing it with peanut butter cup ice cream.
Yeah, that's true.
Should I add bacon?
Go for
Now, I think the salt and the bacon will be too much of a normalizing factor.
Fair enough.
it.
I tried to sneak that one in.
But check us out next week for the season finale or series finale of Dexter. Also check us out at geeksoftheround.com, where you'll basically that's our page. Check us out at youtube.com/geeksoftheround, where you will see all the videos starting with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which starts in what, 12 days?
Starts next week. Yeah, next week.
Yeah, sweet.
I think. Yeah, next week.
Oh, next week?
Oh, yeah. Now we're 9 days away.
Sweet.
Cool. Like, I can't wait. Seriously,
I can't
I'm
wait.
looking forward to that so much. It almost makes up for Dexter.
Are they going to have actual Marvel character cameos, or are they just going to be characters made up?
I don't care. It's a Joss Whedon show. I'm watching it.
Yeah, they said Captain America might be, but I don't care. I like Captain America.
Well,
but I don't care.
Is we're gonna have
Joss Whedon is a hit or a miss with me.
We're gonna have Coulson, of course, and then of course we're also gonna have agents. In the premiere we have How I Met Your Mother girl.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I
Maria
forgot
Hill.
her name. So.
Oh, Bandcamp Girl?
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill.
No, she plays the Canadian girl in How I Met Your Mother. Robin.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Oh, she's going to be on the show? Oh.
In the
no.
first episode, she's in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Her
reprising
character
the role
in
from the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does what in this is this a prequel to the Avengers? Because I know, or is it a sequel?
We'll get into all
We'll
that
deal with that
off
later.
camera. Let's Matt, continue wrapping the show.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but apparently the show that hasn't even aired yet is more interesting than Dexter.
Then, of course, we have the Breaking Bad discussion, which will start in almost exactly 17 minutes. Check that out. DeAno's running that. And then we have the Blacklist and an American Horror Story, Coven, being run by Todd. And when does that start, Todd? When do those start?
I was actually going to talk to you guys after Breaking Bad. I'd like to start, because it's 2 weeks. The show starts. So next week I'd like to do an anticipation episode. Johann said he's definitely in. Anybody else who's listening, watching, or whatnot, or here wants to come, just discuss what we know and what we expect, and then the next week we'll start the first episode. So Tuesdays.
Right on.
And just to wrap things up, I just want to put something out there that Maria mentioned, and that's since they're doing this whole hurricane thing for Dexter, she kind of wishes that she were hired to play the meteorologist, since that's what she does. On that note, good night, everybody. Peace.